You don't need a glass, do you?
The janitor's daughter? Come here.
Now, look, I've seen you drink champagne out of a $200 flute. Don't kid yourself. Besides, this is America. Even the janitor's daughter can grow up to be the first lady.
Or president.
All right, I stand politically corrected. Look, with your education, you've got enough grit. You can do whatever you want. Why are you bothered by this penthouse and a few million bucks?
I don't know if I can make you understand. Do you see any difference in our skin color?
No.
No. But when I fill out a form for the census or my health insurance, I can't check off white. I'm Hispanic.
So what?
So, if your last name were Delgado instead of Manning, you'd be considered a totally different race, even if everything about you were exactly the same. Look, if you lived in the basement of a Park Avenue apartment building, you'd understand what I meant. The public school where I went to high school was very Upper East Side Manhattan. Full of kids whose rich, liberal parents wanted their children to mix with minorities. I mean, that's what we were. Part of the lesson plan, you know, to teach those kids about tolerance. I felt like I wore a sign on me that said, you know, minority. But I looked just like those Anglos, so I figured it wasn't my outside. It must have been something about my inside that made me different, something invisible.
Maybe they were just stupid.
I remember begging my father for ballet classes. Ah, I remember that first class. Oh, the teacher, Miss Julia. She had long blonde hair, twirled up into a ballet bun. She had pale pink tights and a black leotard, and a tasteful little diamond on a gold chain around her neck. God, I wanted to be just like her. Miss Julia referred to us all by our first names. There was Amy, Alice, Elizabeth, Karen, and Taya, so nobody knew my secret. Finally, I was one of them. We giggled and shared confidences, and finally started to become friends. You know? I mean, Alice even asked me to come visit her at her family's place in the Hamptons. I'd never even heard of the Hamptons. I was in heaven. Then the mothers and the babysitters started to arrive to pick us up. I had totally forgotten about Abuela. I tried to act like she was my nanny. But Abuela, in her broken English, told everyone how proud she was of her granddaughter, the ballerina. In that instant, everything just changed. You know, to this day, I have yet to go to the Hamptons.
Well, the Hamptons probably suck eggs. And sounds like your ballet class was a bunch of little racists.
Yeah, well. Rachel says you're a racist.
Zips have a personality all their own. Big.
She says you made some pretty rude remarks while she was seeing Kevin for a while.
Well, they made some pretty rude remarks about me, if I remember right.
Yeah, but not about race.
I was probably just trying to push their buttons.
Is that an excuse?
No. It's just a fact of my life. I probably was a jerk. I still am, if I want to be. But now I'm a different kind of jerk. Now I'm an acceptable jerk. But some people, they just hold on to their old ideas about me.
So are you saying you've changed, or that it was all an act?
Both.
Huh.
Sometimes I just stir things up just to see what happens.
Well, you've never treated me with disrespect.
I've never had to.
The feeling that the things you value are different from what most other people value.
I don't care what other people value. You might want to try that. Takes away all their leverage.
I told myself I didn't care. I turned my back on my own people very deliberately in law school. And then when I came to Landview, I didn't become part of the Angel Square Latino community. That's why I was an outsider with those people at the wedding tonight. Just as I was an outsider on the Upper East Side of Manhattan.